All right. This is episode 15, right? I'm not wrong about that.
Hell if I know.
Wow, thanks for supporting the show, Poon. I'm glad to have you. Hey, we're back with episode 15 of the Comfycast. My name is Reddish Blues, and I haven't been saying this, but we're a community video game podcast about comfy video games and other stuff we like to talk about. But today I'm joined by Mr. Hoot, as always, or most of the time.
Well,
he's back.
I am back.
Yeah.
This whole operation.
He came back. He made it home, or to his home. And also joined by Chillypeppers.
Yo.
And the famous Poondonkus.
Boom, what's up?
We had you guys on both last time together, and we were like, that was a good episode. Let's have them both on again.
Yeah, the
and see how it
chemistry
goes.
worked, you know?
So we can only go down from here. Yeah, so let's get into our weeks, guys. How's everybody been?
Well, I've been... You don't mind if I go first?
No,
I've
go
been,
ahead.
Doing all right. I was looking forward to EVO this weekend. That's what I've been doing all of yesterday and today. Been trying to watch like 3 or 4 streams at once here.
Those fighting games. What are you watching?
Right now I'm watching the Street Fighter V, and there's a King of Fighters 14 side tournament going on. I was watching Killer Instinct before. I think top 8 for that is coming up in a little bit, so we'll probably switch over when that happens.
Did they announce a new Killer Instinct character? I thought they were going to announce it.
I think the plan is to do that after top 8.
Oh, okay,
so
okay. It's probably going to be
worth tuning in for as well.
Wait, is Idol in yet?
I
Or
don't
what's
think
his name?
so.
Is Gargos?
Gargos is.
Gorgos
Oh,
is,
okay,
yeah.
okay. It's probably going to be Idol. I don't know. That's cool. Any other games? You watch any Smash?
Let's see. Well, I was watching, I tried to watch some Pokken, right?
Oh, right.
And I don't know. Like, I'm sure it's a fine game. Like, I don't mean to be shitting on it, but it wasn't very fun to watch, you know, because I don't play it, and every match had a Chandelure in it. Like, literally every match was Chandelure versus someone. So,
That's
I don't know, maybe
annoying.
that's just the best character.
I thought everyone would pick, what's his name? The dog? The blue dog?
Oh, Lucario?
Yeah, I thought everyone would pick him. I don't know
saw
why.
a couple Lucarios, but,
Chandelure is a cool Pokemon, though, but I guess he's OP in the game.
right, yeah, I do like the Pokemon,
Yeah.
but it just gets a little boring when 50% of every round is the same dude.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear was pretty hype. They got set for top 8 of that. Top 8's going to be tomorrow, but the guy who got second place is already out.
Oh, shit.
So that was like not so much an upset because he got eliminated by the guy who took first last time, but like it happened a lot earlier than anyone expected. You know, the brackets just worked out, and people are like, "Damn, this could have been a semifinals, winners finals kind of match," but it's going down before top 8.
Wow.
And we got one American in there, Marlon Pie, holding it down against the Japanese invaders.
Marlon.
But no, I didn't watch any Smash. I'm not into the scene.
Competitive
that.
Smash?
But I don't really follow it.
Well, that's cool. I saw a little bit of Evo yesterday, but yeah. When does it end? Do you know? It's through Sunday.
It's going to be through tomorrow. It's through tomorrow, and like the top 8s for Mortal Kombat start at 8 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Then after that, they got Marvel, Guilty Gear, Melee, and SF5.
Yeah, Guilty Gear. I might actually watch that.
Yeah,
it's usually pretty hype.
Tune in tonight. Basically, they're doing all of the top 32 for Street Fighter V because something that was there's 5,000 people entered Street Fighter V.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a
people
lot.
were talking that might be the single largest in terms of like entrance video game tournament ever. You know, like not the largest prize pool, but in terms of like actual separate entrants, you know?
Yeah, but it's crazy
because stuff like that, they're on a team.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, you can't really.
Once Pokemon Go at Evo.
Next year maybe is how it's going. But anyway, that's it's cool just to see fighting games becoming bigger and more popular. I don't know if it'll ever reach the same peaks that RTS did and MOBAs and stuff are getting right now. But
yeah, it's getting there. I think it's good to see the numbers are up and stuff always for any kind of video game thing. But it's crazy that Street Fighter V has so many, or is like breaking records because it's like it didn't sell as well as they wanted it to, or like nowhere near. I mean, obviously it's still fairly new, but
that's kind of the weird thing is it, got shellacked on release and didn't sell very well. Apparently, it's still sold like over 1 million, so it's not like a complete.
It's not dead in the water. It's just that
wash,
it's
but
crazy.
Still, it definitely did not do as well as they wanted it to.
Yeah,
but the tournament numbers, like the pro players, have been just turning out for like every event. So I guess from a certain point of view, you could say where it mattered, it did well. Because those are the people who are going to keep playing it
and promoting it and stuff.
Right.
Everybody wants to get good. That's crazy. Also, well, I heard that Street Fighter V just from like Varia and other like podcasts and stuff I listen to, hearing that it's like an easier like, entry, like like it's easier for newer players to get into. So maybe that's why maybe more people are like, oh, I can like fuck around with this. I can do it. Like, like I might as well, screw it. I'll try it. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's like casual, but
Right. Yeah. It's not necessarily like the people who were like, raw casuals, but people who before were like, oh, I'm not very good, but this time they feel like they can be better.
Yeah.
So like people are feeling at least like they can make the step and show up. But we'll see if the numbers go up again next year or if this is going to be like a,
just one time off thing.
Right.
Maybe because it's new release.
Up, but then like by the time next year rolls around, it'll be cooled again. Because last year there was like, I want to say 2,200 or something like that. So it more than doubled.
Damn.
It's like that kind of growth doesn't seem sustainable to me. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if next time it's only got like 3,000 because a bunch of people, got their asses kicked and they're like, okay.
Yeah, they're like, screw that. I'm not going to pay the tickets to get in. Well, is this the first Evo since it's launched?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be why. So, that's cool though. Screw it. I'll watch it. It's always hype watching those kind of things.
Yep.
Is Persona there?
Not as a
just there to like
a main game thing,
bonus stage or whatever.
Yeah, I think actually, yeah. If you I'm looking at the image showing all the things. There's a side tournament going on for that right now. So.
Are they going to announce another Persona 4 spin-off?
Persona Ultimax 3.
Persona 4 Ultimax Golf.
Golf with friends. Golf with social links.
If only.
Oh shit, I would play golf with Rise. Okay, anyways, stop the cast. I'm going to go watch Persona, and we'll be right back. No. What did you play any video games real quick, Poon? I know we kind of talked about Evo there, but have you played any games this week?
Well, I've been playing Odin Sphere Leifdrasir. I'm probably saying that last bit wrong.
Is that how it's? I don't even know.
But
is that how you pronounce it?
Like it's
Leifdrasir?
Might be Slavic or Nordic, so I can't really say how it's pronounced.
Well, that's good. Odin Sphere, the new one.
Yeah, the new one, the remake.
Well, actually, the old one, since it's a remake.
The old one, yeah, right.
The old one that is new, yeah. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of the VanillaWare's games. I like their, of course, they're gorgeous, and I like the kind of beat 'em up style that's kind of mashy, but it's a fun sort of mashy.
Yeah.
And so that's what this, this game is. It's more of that. The story is kind of cool because you play as different characters in turn, and it's kind of Rashomon style. So like, as you go through, you see the different sides of the story and figure out, what was happening, kind of fill in the gaps between the other people's stories. And of course, there's delicious, delicious food that makes me hungry every time I play.
I don't know what it is, Vanillaware and food all the time. As
Don't
they
lie.
probably pour a lot of money just to make food look good.
Don't lie, Pooh. You're just playing it for the waifus.
Just for the girls.
The white food.
Well,
Wife food.
I won't lie, Velvet is pretty fine, but that's another story.
You playing that on the quad or on Vita, or is it even on Vita?
Yeah, I've been playing it on Vita.
Okay, I've had it on PS4, but
Oh, perfect. I mean, because we have two different opinions.
I could say straight up, Vita runs perfectly fine.
that's cool.
Like,
Awesome.
if you've played Muramasa Rebirth, it plays just as well.
I would love
Like
to
smooth.
get Muramasa on a system I own, because I played it on the Wii, but then it came up with all this cool DLC and stuff, and I'm over here, looking foxy and grapes up at the Vita and stuff. But I'm not gonna buy it just for one game. So
Crying. Well,
let me tell you about all these other games.
let me tell you about Gravity Rush.
Welcome to VitaCast.
All right. Well, then let's go to Hoot. What have you been doing?
Oh boy. I did have a long week plus past week where I was not there and let the podcast fall into complete disarray.
Moose.
Yeah. I come back and
We tried.
I listened to the first minute and it's already a complete fuck up.
I hope everybody listened towards the end of the episode, though. The episode got a lot, but I was listening to the end of it and I was like, these guys are funny, and not even me. Like, I was laughing at whatever 599 was saying.
But anyway, yeah, I was at Japan Expo for almost the entirety of last week, which is kind of like France's big Comic-Con, but mostly for anime and a bit of games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really, really fun. So apart from doing work stuff, I've been playing last week and this week also a lot of games, way more than what I usually do, and plenty of different ones too. Japan Expo, while I was working, I took the chance to go by the Square Enix booth, and I actually played 3 of the several things they had, and one of them was the Final Fantasy 15 demo.
is this a different demo than the ones that they've publicly released?
So this is the one that was shown at E3. That was a Titan boss.
Oh, was it fun?
And oh boy, were the people not lying when it said it was a mess. That part of the game is really confusing and frustrating. I did not have a single idea of what I was doing for most of the fight until I kind of picked up. It's like most of the fight is basically you do a QTE to parry and then you mash the boss to fight him, and then just stuff happens.
Yeah.
It's and it doesn't run super well, I have to say. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, but still, like, that demo was the first time I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it for FF15 at that point.
I always kind of hate this sort of thing where you got a gigantic boss who, puts his hand down and then you hit his hand.
Oh, yeah. It's like he's standing there.
Damage to him.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're hitting my hand, but I'm going to take fucking forever to pick up my goddamn hand.
I can understand if, you mess up his hand and then, his face comes down and you attack his face. Like, that makes sense. But when
or his feet. Like, he has to be planted on the ground, so feet make sense.
Fair,
but my hand.
You don't damage him. You damage only the arm. And
really?
when you beat him, you actually only beat the arm. Like, the arm breaks off.
Well, okay, that's a bit more okay then.
Beat the arm.
Yes, I know.
The arm just falls off, and then the dude just goes away, or what?
I don't know, because at some point, there's a little cool moment where I think it's everybody from the enemy empire kind of joins the fight and starts shooting all these lasers at the boss while you're trying to avoid getting hit, and it's a huge clusterfuck. So I'm guessing it's very specific to Titan, because Titan is one of the...
He's a summon, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a summon. It's he's huge, he's massive.
Yeah.
And once you beat him, it's you beat the arm. It's a little cinematic, but the demo ends. It was super short.
Okay.
So I didn't have the time to really do something more. Did not try the FF12 HD that they had on the booth. basically FF12. As we remember, a bit more crisper, bulkier, still pretty cool. The fast forward is very handy, and I've been explaining the new job system, although FF12 is not a Final Fantasy that I've played all that much, so I'm not a huge specialist on the subject. I know that now they've made jobs a little bit more specialized, so that you don't have big encompassing jobs for all characters. Now each character has more of a specialization, so they have more of their own class thing going on. So I think that's one of the big differences. But I might actually request an email from someone, like if you were listening, to just send us the details about the jobs for FF12, because I would be interested in actually learning more about this. And the last thing I've played was the Dragon Quest Builder game, which they had.
Oh, I've heard good things about that. It's like Minecraft, right?
Minecraft with Dragon Quest, right?
It's Minecraft with a lot more RPG elements, and I actually enjoyed pretty much. It has a very long tutorial, it plays a lot like Minecraft. You beat blocks, you get materials, you build stuff. But the main difference is here you have a clear purpose. Like, first of all, it's completely solo, so you don't play multiplayer in that game.
Yeah.
So it's a solo RPG building experience. And as I see, the main point is to really build towns. And I kind of like how the way it does for like houses, because the quality of your house depends on what kind of shit you put in it. So if you put, for example, just a bed, it will become like a simple house. If you start putting like a chair, or like start doing more and more fancy stuff, you'll see the rank of the house go up.
Oh, I see.
And the more you start doing these villages, the more people will come in and, start populating your little village. So basically, you're building a retro classic RPG village, like an old Dragon Quest or old Final Fantasy.
Kind of like Terraria?
Yeah, kind of like Terraria. And then these people can give you stuff to do. I haven't been very far. Like, the demo just has one person that joins your village and tells you to do a little bunch of stuff. And then the demo ends after maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Any Apaches?
Any Apaches?
Yeah,
it's a chili meme. Sorry, don't listen. Actually, that's a video, right? Anyways, go ahead. Keep talking.
Yeah, no, that's probably my favorite thing of the Square Enix booth, to be honest. Like, there was also Star Ocean. I actually got Star Ocean, but I haven't played it yet. Attack on Titan also was there, the latest game, and a few extra things. But yeah, that was pretty much what I tried at Japan Expo. On the offhand, when I was either in the hotel or back at home, I played a few games on the Vita. Actually, quite a lot. One I was playing while in Paris was Adventures of Mana. So that game is basically a remake, or a 3D remake of an old Mystic Quest or Final Fantasy Adventures, which is basically the first game. It was a Game Boy game, which was basically the first in the Mana series, like before Secret of Mana.
Okay, I was going to say, is it related to Secret of Mana?
Yeah, it's the very first one. It's a much more simplistic type of game than Secret of Mana.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still see that it's an action RPG. It's nice. It's very simple. The story is extremely straightforward. Dialogue is as simple as you can go for a story of this caliber. But it's pretty okay. The one game I've been playing a lot is Downwell, though, on Vita.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to try that one, actually.
Yeah, so I think I've said that on the dub before, but one type of game on Vita that always scratches an itch is games like Spelunky or Binding of Isaac or Rogue Legacy. Games that you can replay again and again, like these roguelite games, which you can replay again and again. Yeah, Downwell is pretty much like that. It's a more pure version of Spelunky because it has it's only move and shoot.
Yeah,
but damn, it's like Tetris on Vita. Really.
Yeah, Now that utilizes the turn, like turning the Vita too, right? Like you're sideways.
I don't know. I've never tried it actually. That would be cool because I've only been playing.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like the only way to play it or something because like you're falling straight down.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know. Maybe I could try it.
That'd be cool.
And the last thing I've been playing, I started to play, so I'm not going to go too much into details for obvious reasons. You're going to know why. I've been playing a little bit of the latest Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma.
Right. How does it end? I'm just playing.
So one thing about this game. So I've played all the Zero Escape games. And one thing that, so far, without saying anything about the plot, it seems to be your standard Zero Escape fare in terms of plot. It still plays the same way, it still has the same pacing. But one thing I'm pretty sad about is the game seems to constantly look worse after each game. Like 999 was 2D, then you have VLR, which has like 3D models but still looked okay, and there were stills. And Zero Time Dilemma has these extremely bad-looking 3D models. Like, they look incredibly bad, and they decided to animate this time. So they actually have animations during scenes, and it's so stiff and so bad that it kind of actually almost ruins the experience.
Takes you out of it.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that is sad.
Now, see, I liked I forget the title of it, but the Phoenix Wright game that was in 3D. You know, I thought that did a good job with it because before it had all been sprites, but you know, I felt that was a decent transition, as good as you could hope for that. So that's depressing to hear about another similar kind of visual novel-ish kind of game.
Yeah, especially because it should be going in a a better direction over time. I apologize really quick if you can hear the ice cream truck outside my house.
Yo, we'll catch some of that.
Take an ice cream break.
BRB gonna get a Sonic with a gumball ice. Hold on.
But yeah, like I'm pretty sure like the story will pick up after we'll kind of make the game better. So far, the echoes I've had from most people who've played it is that it's a good game, but it's probably the weakest of all the Zero Escape games. But yeah, you can feel the limitation of the budgets. I don't remember exactly, because I remember for the longest time people weren't sure if we're gonna get a third like Zero Escape game, and I think it got picked up, and it probably didn't get a lot of funding to get that game made. So probably explains why it looks like it is.
Do you think this will be the last one then? Is this, or I guess I don't know enough about the overall plot of this. Is this like the last in a trilogy?
Is it definitive? Is it like it ends, or is there going to be anything? Is
it the sort of series that they could just make a fourth one at some point anyway?
I haven't finished, so I can't really say if it's going to be the last. I think it's a trilogy because, but like if I knew, I couldn't. If it was going to continue, I couldn't really tell because that means it will also kind of spoil the game.
That's true.
Okay.
So like this is really hard to talk about the Zero Escape games because you can barely say anything about it without going into massive spoilers territory.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's really a real shame about the graphical quality of this. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's not even mediocre. It's like I think it's on Mighty Number 9 level type of bad. Yeah.
Well, three things I wanted to ask you as you were talking. What was it? The first one, I just didn't want to interrupt you.
FF15?
Final Fantasy 15, I didn't want to ask you. I wanted to say, what really takes me out of, like, those kind of big boss battles, or maybe I did say it. Did I say it? About hitting the hand? Wait, no.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Did we talk about it? Yeah.
Wait, there was something else I was going to say about it. Darn, I totally forgot it. This whole time I've been like, remember that to say it.
I was going to ask if that Minecraft game did need any dedicated WAM.
Oh, wait, well, that Dragon Quest Heroes, that one, where did you play that on, or what is it on? PS4?
So I played it on PS4, but it does come on Vita.
Okay.
Dude,
it is localized.
That sounds like a cool idea to me, because my problem with Minecraft was just that, I don't know, without actual direction, I got bored. I know a lot of people didn't, but
exactly,
with nothing really to do,
and
real shallow like combat mechanics and stuff, I was like, well, I built myself a crappy little castle.
Some people embrace the sandbox, and some people just straight up hate
Right.
it. Like, I mean, that's just how it is.
So I think, honestly, I would like this then, because
Yeah.
it's got actual RPG elements that gives me something to do. Even if it's just grinding, I can feel like I'm working for a purpose rather
progressing
than just
some way.
Yeah, plus
doing crap.
this actual RPG mechanics is that there's an end game, so like you have to just beat the big baddie and like put back light into the whole land. So yeah, this is also something I'm probably gonna pick it up on Vita when it comes out, also because it seems like a fun pick up and play type of stuff. But yeah, I'd say the only shame is that you can't. I don't mind that there's no massive multiplayer like in Minecraft, but I would have liked co-op, even if it would be like ad hoc anything, something like that, because I had someone I could possibly play it with. But I'll take solo play.
Play with the dubbers.
Oh, what I was gonna say about the big boss battle thing was that also looking at the demo when I saw the E3 thing, what took me out of it is, or what I hate when things do this quick time events and stuff, when they straight up take control away from you. Like, I don't know if the demo did that, but it's like when you're playing where you're like, oh, I'm not playing anymore, like for a little bit, like because you said things keep happening. Like, does it just pull away?
I felt like in control most of the time. So the demo was kind of in two parts. So the first you have to evade, so you have to keep running, so you don't get fucked by the giant. Like at first, Titan chases you. So you have to run for a while before you get to the actual arena, and then you fight him. And most of the time you're in control like 90% of the time. It's just that when he swings his arm, you're gonna get a prompt to say, "Oh, you want to parry now?"
But your rules nature that shit.
Yeah, pretty much exactly. It's that, but done several times. And
you know what game actually had fun giant boss battles was the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games, like the story mode in that thing.
Oh yeah, that
like those
that
are actually good.
Actually
and then
really
go
fun
figure, that same team made Ashura's Wrath later. Like they know that shit.
But I didn't feel not in control. It's just I felt extremely confused at some point, because if you miss, like if you don't pay attention to the arm, sometimes it will just hit you across the face, and you're just in the middle of people who are hitting you and all your teammates. So it's kind of a mess. But I'm still thinking that, okay, this might be only Titan, so I'm hoping that other bosses won't be as confusing. And
it's just weird that someone made the decision for that to be the demo. Like, it's scary.
Oh, it's a big set piece. Like it's a big thing, and I got a shitty like cardboard drawing as a. They were giving like swag and promotional material for every demo you completed, and FF15 was just like a crappy cardboard drawing that got bent immediately when I got into my hand.
Just of you. They took a picture while you were in line, and they made you a card.
And I guess catch up on my American friends, but Pokemon Go released today.
Woo! Yeah.
In my country, right? And all of Europe, actually, all of Western Europe at least.
Nice.
So so release has been smooth on my end. I know it's been kind of bumpy in the US.
Yeah, it's all right now. It got a lot better, but at first the servers were down every like other 30 minutes.
Oh, because the Europeans are not on your servers anymore.
Oh, true. Stop taking our bandwidth.
Taking your bandwidth.
Yeah.
No, servers have been pretty fine here. Although compared to the US, everything is dead as fuck around here.
Yeah.
Like I have to go in the city to have a chance at least to get a Pokemon, and they're not that many. Like it's I got a few, and I think there's an event tomorrow, like a big meetup in the park, so that people can meet up and play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go there tomorrow, but right now looking at my map, there's not a single Pokestop in sight.
Ooh, try to go to a park, yeah.
There's a park right next to me, and there's nothing in it.
Really? Oh, well, that's what I was going to tell you, is that they opened up recommendations again, so you can submit to have like Pokestops or gyms in your area if there aren't any. And
I'm just going to submit every single building around
submit my house as both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's my garage.
Who did you choose as your starter?
I went with the easy shitter mode. I went with Charmander.
I went Bulbasaur. Did you hear that you can get Pikachu if you just don't choose anyone, right?
Losers.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I went with Charmander anyway. But right now I'm on my way to get better Pokemons.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah,
It's
I've been
crazy
playing
to me
some
just
Pokemon Go.
how freaking popular
Hey,
this
out of
thing
nowhere,
is.
right? I saw that video today of like people were stampeding through the streets like late at night to get a Vaporeon. Did you see that?
I heard about that, I didn't watch it, but yeah, like
Crazy.
by all the metrics of like doing more traffic than Twitter or whatever the hell. And like granted that's only now. It'll probably calm down, in a couple of
Yeah,
weeks, but
yeah.
still
The
that's
bubble will
crazy.
pop, I'm sure, but Nintendo shares are up like what 20 something percent.
Or
They're
they doubled,
making
I heard,
yeah, I
but
mean, it's crazy.
Well, I
yeah.
do hope they do actually keep improving because there's a lot of stuff you could add to that app and
It
keep it.
needs a lot to be an
Yeah,
actual game, in my
Yeah.
yeah.
opinion.
I
Because
think it
right now it's
needs
mostly like the novelty comes from actually walking around and meeting tons of people who do the
yeah.
same thing. But the moment that starts to break, the app itself is
Mhm.
fairly boring in itself.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that this is, all you other, lonely little dubbers and nerds out there looking to pick up chicks. This is the thing. Forget having a cute pet. Go around with your Pokemons.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I'm
it's
saying?
actually a very good
Meet some
advice.
I've heard it's been happening.
last Jessicas and swimmer
Last
Shaunas
Jessica.
and whatever the hell their names are. Some NPC trainers. That's what I'm talking about.
There's nothing
remember-
but bug catchers in my area.
I remember
Poke
like
fans
a
with their
com-
kids.
someone made a comic like he was playing like of someone playing a Pokemon on the DS and like, oh, why is it all these trainers outside? And then fast forward a few years later when Pokemon Go and people going out at 3 a.m. to catch
Yeah, it's like,
Pokemon.
oh, I
It's
understand.
crazy. It's
Like,
crazy that it's
Nintendo
actually
knew all
happening,
along.
but you're absolutely right. They need to now is the time that they need to strike, which I'm super glad because when it launched, I thought this is all it's going to be for like a very good amount of time, and they're not going to update it because they just wanted to roll it out. But they've been doing stuff like they've been fixing servers and rolling it out everywhere, and I mean, hopefully they announced their plans to trading and stuff like that. But I think the main thing that will keep it alive, if they can do this, or two things. One, they need to change the battling. Maybe keep it like that for gyms or something. But two, they need to add PvP. They need to add I can go up to someone and we can decide to battle together.
On the deck, and then if you
that
lose,
would
I
change.
take your phone.
Yeah, oh yeah, well that would suck. But I mean, people are
Oh.
already getting run over in the street and stuff. People are going to be stupid no matter what it is. But if they want success in this and they want to keep it going so that the bubble just doesn't pop, I think that's what it takes. Is I need to not only go up to someone and be like, "Oh, hey, you're here for Pokemon 2, cool. Let's walk around." Like, I need to go up to you and be like, "Hey, do you want to battle?" Or let's meet up here and let's battle
Pokemon
because.
too. Fuck you.
Yeah, I know. Fuck off. No, but it gives you more reason to catch and level up your Pokemon because right now all you're doing is trying to take gyms. And all the gyms around me, dude, they have fucking, 6 Snorlaxes at 1200 CP.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna, even if I do spend money to do that, what's the point? It's cool. I took it. All right, you're giving me a point a day or whatever, but that's not enticing me. Now, if I could go out there or go with my friends and my family or whatever, or meet up with people that I know that like Pokemon that have this too and be like, hey, I've been raising up my Scyther and me and you can battle because we're kind of at the same level. I think that would give it that boost of this is gonna last a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, the first gym I went out and it was occupied by a fucking Dragonite.
Oh god,
Like,
I don't know how these people got there so fast. Every single place I go is a badass Pokemon. I still haven't seen any crazy legendaries or anything, but everyone has something crazy powerful.
Oh man, the day Mewtwo or Mew or one of the free legendaries start popping, people are just gonna go.
They're
mad.
gonna lose their fuck. Maybe that's what they're. Maybe
People
that's
can go
they're
bug
gonna
fuck for it,
they're
I
gonna
tell you
sit
that.
on that.
Well,
See, the thing though that I'm kind of wondering about is if they add in that competitive battling thing that, I think that would be really cool. But that could also be a big turnoff because then it's that direct in your face competition. And part of the reason why people are into it is because it's not about that. It's just all about going around and being like, hey, do you remember Geodude? I remember Geodude.
That's another thing. That's another thing is that it's only the first 150, and a lot of people relate to those, but a lot of people dropped off right after that.
Exactly.
153 on, they what? Those are Pokemon. I thought they were Digimon or something.
Yeah, they just got no clue.
It's smart of them to do this to get the install base of people who are like, oh, the nostalgia, and maybe they'll keep up with it if they bring out another generation.
Right.
But I do think battling could be okay, we cap it off at level 20.
Asynchronous. I mean, I know the gyms already are, but the gyms aren't a personal thing. You know what I mean? It's just it's like the gym. But I'm saying what if something where you meet and it kind of put ghost data of each other on your phones, and then you go back home and you battle. So like you don't have that in your face antagonism.
That's okay. But
then like you
could
meet
be,
up the next day and you're like, oh dude, I totally kicked your ass. And you're like, oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Could be
because
that could be good too.
What
Because
Clash
then
of Clans and like Boom Beach and stuff does. It's not real time head to head. It's like you build up your base, then the other guy tries to invade you.
Yeah, so you'd be building up your teams for when you're going to get like invaded or attacked, right?
Right, exactly.
That'd be cool, and it could be even like Spot Pass. It could be like Spot Pass, or what's it called on 3DS? Is that what it's called? Spot Pass?
Street Pass?
Yeah, Street Pass. Like where it's like you only get that trainer to battle in the future when you are like you go meet up at a gym or like at a fucking Starbucks event that they paid Niantic to have. You know what I mean? Like they could do those things. So I mean I don't know. I hope they're thinking of those things, and I'm just glad that they're updating it. Like I mean they're sticking with it. Obviously they'd be stupid not to. So.
One thing I would kind of like, because, someone who said, like, it was totally right and say, yeah, battling is cool, but also what maybe detracts of one of the very healthy things about Pokemon Go right now is that, it's people mostly cooperating and just meeting up and...
The social aspect.
The socializing thing. Either, like, having a very specific scenario for battling, like, instead of battling against each other... I don't know how complicated, but like having maybe extra strong Pokemon, so like legendary starting pop up, and instead of catching them, you have to fight them, and you can cooperate with.
That's the thing, though. In the trailer, didn't you see it? Like the first one,
with the Mewtwo,
end, they fight Mewtwo.
Oh
like,
shit!
Yeah. So you're saying they should have like raids, like where everybody go and fight.
I think, because I think it's right that you need something more involved to do, but not necessarily like one against each other, but like one with another.
Yeah,
but against the NPC kind of stuff.
Well, here's the thing. You're talking. I mean, I think that would be fucking awesome. Like that'd be cool to partake in. But they're looking at their numbers right now, and they're thinking we don't want bad press. And if they announce like, oh, in every city there's going to be this Mewtwo, everyone has to go fight, for a chance to catch him or whatever. You're gonna shut down like highways and shit. Like people trying to get there right now, and it's gonna be bad. I think so. I think they're waiting on that for like so that maybe they can do more spread out. Like maybe a couple in a city, or or like every gym is gonna have it, and you can meet up there or something. But yeah, like because even if you look at that trailer, like you were saying, obviously it wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know. When I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, this is crazy. Like hyperbole. Like this is not gonna happen. Like this is they're going to the extreme of like, oh, everyone's gonna be there with their phones looking up in the air. That's not gonna happen. And now I'm like, that could actually happen, and it's scary. That will happen.
It turns out that the Turkish army actually saw an Articuno in Erdogan's office.
They were just chasing an Electabuzz. No, that's yeah. So it's crazy that I'm excited. I'm excited for. I mean, it's a cool thing. I enjoy the app. I know a lot of people enjoy the app, not only because it's like getting you out of the house or whatever the fuck, but it actually is cool catching these Pokemon and stuff. I just think they need to tweak it. And add some features, and just to give it longevity, give it legs.
Well, for me, it's like I really enjoy it because it's also a fun way to kind of rediscover your city. Although my city is, I've been posting this on Twitter. My city is fucking Dark Souls of Pokemon Go, because it's my city and most of Swiss cities, but mine in particular, is not flat. It's only ups and downs and several layers of stuff going over each other.
Oh, damn.
And to navigate this by foot is a fucking challenge by itself.
Just back alleys.
So, like, it goes up a lot, and when you're actually chasing around Pokemon, you need to have solid feet and solid legs.
You need to be
break an ankle.
Assassin's Creed type.
So basically, you're like in that area of the game with all the one-way hills, and you get trapped. And you're like, oh, fuck,
exactly. It's exactly that.
I can't get back there.
No, but for me, the one thing I would like to, the two things I would hope the game would do, the one within the app itself, and one more like bit of stuff for kind of desert places like where I live. Like, okay, I have this city and I can go there by bus, but I have this huge expanse directly around my home. Like, this is a big park, and I walked through it right before doing the podcast, so it was okay. It's like 1 a.m. But like not a single Pokemon, and I'm kind of wondering how actually Pokemon catching works. Like, is it by population? Like, how many people are there?
Yeah.
And so I think that kind of sucks, because I think one thing I would enjoy is being able to catch more Pokemon in the countryside.
Yeah.
Rather than just in the cities. And
Well, that's
the
where
other
they get
thing-
you with the lures. You know, if
Yeah.
you have the money, drop them out there, and then hopefully more people come around, and then more
guess,
Pokemon show
yeah.
up. But yeah,
The other thing and this is one thing I would hope, as we've been talking about battling and stuff, and one thing I would actually kind of like if Pokemon Go would actually kind of tie into the 3DS games
yeah.
in some way.
Well, I
Is that-
imagine Nintendo is like, they're going crazy right now. Meeting with people, being like, "What the fuck can we do to get this, like, to monetize this more? Like, how can we?"
Kids have phones. Kids like Pokemon.
Yeah,
What can
yeah.
we do?
It prints itself. The money prints itself.
Just
Again.
make the battle system. Just even if it's
There you
just
go.
like Pokemon's have one attack in Pokemon Go, great. But make it so that we're taking turns, or give it like 2 attacks and we're taking turns. Like
No, but
more.
you know what I would really like is like, because I'm gonna get when Sun and Moon comes out, and like I get my Pokemon on. You remember, like, I want a system similar to the VMUs from the Dreamcast, where you play the game on the 3DS and you say, "Oh well, I'm gonna leave the 3DS or stuff at home, but I'm taking my phone out. Maybe I can put the Pokemon from the 3DS on my phone, like on my Pokemon Go."
Oh
Do you
yeah.
remember
Oh, like little
getting-
memory cards from the Dreamcast.
Well, do you guys remember the Pokewalker when it came out for Heart Gold?
Yeah,
and
I
Silver?
got that. Yeah, I remember.
Something,
something
kind of
very
similar to that would be
that.
cool, where you could take captured Pokemon that you get on the go
Yeah.
and put them in, and then also the sort of thing where you can take a Pokemon and just one at a time. It's not like a whole big shebang, but you should take one and you can train it. It gains a little bit of levels as you're walking around.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
again, if you can catch something in Pokemon Go and maybe transfer it to Sun and Moon, for example, I
exactly.
think that would be really cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I'm just saying. I think that I would be more enticed to walk around and like take my Pokemon places or whatever if I knew that like I'm catching them to build my team, not I'm catching them to level up one. Because that's really what it feels like right now. Is I'm catching a bunch of Pidgeys just to get a Pidgeot. Like I'm not really I'm not looking for a good team or whatever right now. But if I knew,
be a sacrifice for my perfect.
yeah,
team.
that's all I'm doing. I'm just transferring them back to the fucking factory or whatever that dude is doing with them, just so I can get.
Transform your Pokemon into candy.
Yeah, just so I can get candy. So I just think a team and then having the PvP would be a lot more, I don't know, exciting to me, anyways. But I'm sure they're doing some stuff.
Yeah, it certainly are working on more stuff, but yeah, it does need, if it wants to go past the little like the fad and actually become some more of a game,
Yeah,
it does need an extra stuff. And I wish it does, because I think what it did so far is like amazing in terms of how suddenly it changed society overnight.
Yep. You wait
It's
for all the
really
AR
bad.
games that are going to come out now. Besides this and Ingress or whatever, there's going to be a lot
when's
more.
Digimon Go.
Yeah,
my
they'll do
question.
something. Either they'll do something or some other. I don't know. I can just,
That's more plausible though, because Digimon actually interacts with the real world. Like
I know, right?
Yeah, like it will work on the phone because actual Digimon would
Right,
work
yeah,
like
and
that.
it makes sense. Like it's straight up tamers where like you're going through the city and like, oh look, there's a little Agumon just chilling on the street lamp or whatever.
oh come on. I don't know. Well,
Yeah, but that's it for me. My very long week.
that's it. 2 hours later. Thanks for joining us. No, Chili, let's go into your week. What have you been doing?
trying to catch a Pokemon.
So you've been in Pokemon Go too, huh?
Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon. I've been playing a little bit of the old PS2 games that I didn't get to play because I was a Nintendo kid. So
Ooh.
I've been revisiting all these like treasures that I didn't get to play back as a kid.
Play Connecticut.
Yeah, I should play that too. Actually, I had my brother's friend would go to his house, and I think he had Connecticut. I've been playing Katamari Damacy. I've been playing what else?
Metal Gear.
I have Metal Gear, and for some reason it doesn't want to play.
Utaru Man.
I have the actual disc. I'm just running an emulator.
Okay.
The old Silent Hills.
Oh, there's so many freaking games.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's the PS2. So
Yeah,
I have
PS2 was
things
great.
over to go for.
That
Probably the best console ever.
and since the Dolphin emulator updated, I've been messing with it, and I've been playing a little bit of Wind Waker, Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime, and Metroid Prime. Like, I beat it like 2 times, and I was like, okay, that's it. And then I revisited it. I'm like, how? This is a really good game. Like, it's really polished.
Yeah.
That I thought you were going to say, this is fucking perfect. It's a really good game.
Well,
really good.
It's pretty good, actually. Good job.
No, it is. It is really good.
It catches on your I want to say autism. it does, because you want to see every little detail, and like when you scan things, it tells you lore about everything. You're like, I want to see more. I want to learn more. Yeah. Just basically old games. I'm playing golf with friends with you guys.
Oh boy.
A little bit of, let's see.
Yeah, golf with friends, and then by the end of the match, it turns into golf with people you fucking hate. Golf with why the hell do I know these people?
Golf in hell.
Golf in hell. Don't hit me!
No. That's Swiss fault for putting collision on. But yeah,
Collision
that's a good game.
Triangle box.
Yeah.
Cone balls. That's a good game. Anything else?
Pokemon Go.
Yay. Pokemon Go is the new Overwatch. Yay.
Yep. It'll have its 5 minutes frame. Oh yeah.
Pokemon Go is just really
taking over your life.
Interesting to see all these things, because did you know that all the the gyms and the Pokespots and all those Pokestops are all the old Ingress?
Yeah, they just transferred them over and put a Pokemon skin. That's pretty cool. It'd be funny if you go to one of these and oh, you're playing Pokemon? They're like, no, I'm playing Ingress. Fuck all you. What? You're the one guy still playing Ingress.
It seems like these older grizzled dudes with their hiker backpacks on and stuff. They've been traveling the world to do
some hobos been camping in spies.
Storyline is in there. They're like, what are all these kids doing here?
What are y'all doing? Y'all playing Ingress? No, Grandpa, get away.
You're trying to save the world from aliens. What are you doing? It's your Pokemon.
Should play Ingress. Like me, like your grandpa.
Yeah, it's just really interesting to see all of the old spots. Because did you know Bruce Lee's grave has Hitmonlee on it?
Oh,
all these really interesting places. The
That's
Pentagon has a Snorlax guarding it, and the church that was really shitty. What's it called?
Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah. That has a Clefairy and it says, "Love is love."
Yeah, well, that's user side. They did that to troll them, which is hilarious because they're they put out an official statement, the Westboro Baptist Church, whatever, saying that the Clefairy was a sodomite. I was like, what? That Clefairy is sodomite. They put it on signs.
That's what hilarious. I mean. The community comes together and does that shit.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, people are finding. That's what worries me though. People are going to the extent they're using every little thing they can. It's basically like Pokemon Snap 2. That's what this game is becoming. They're trying to do as many cool things as they can with it. But eventually everyone's going to be like, okay, we're done. I'm tired of seeing dicklets coming out of your toilet. I'm tired of you, we've done this already. So what else can we do? And that's where they really need to capitalize.
Yeah, and when they put in the other Pokemon, because they're going to. Obviously,
I want them to.
How many people are going to be all, well, what are these new Pokemon? Fuck this.
What the fuck is this thing? Yeah.
All the Gen 1ers are the ones that are just playing Pokemon for the nostalgia.
They just need to ease them in slowly, but I also heard that it'd be smarter for them to skip these generations and just put in the new ones. If they just put in the new 3 starters from the new game, Sun and Moon. Because that would be advertising, all these people have it in their hands.
Again and again.
Yeah, but they could say if you don't know who these Pokemon are, they're featured in Sun and Moon, on 3DS. And it's
though, if they put in, the ones from 3, 4, and 5 and stuff, which a lot of people missed out on because Pokemon wasn't cool. You know. And then these people playing it now, oh my god, who's this new Pokemon? I love it so much.
Yep. I mean, it's sad to say, but honestly,
now
I don't.
It's cool. Okay.
They should just do them in batches of popular Pokemon from each generation. They shouldn't. I don't think they should go and do every single 150,
I would
100.
If they never put Dunsparce in, I would not mind at all.
Here's Trubbish.
Yeah, I know.
Trubbish,
there's some that they just don't need. There's some Pokemon you don't need all the unknowns. I don't need all that. I just need maybe the starters from each gen, and then a couple, a good 20 of the most popular ones.
Just give me what's it called, Torterra and Empoleon.
I want a Chikorita, but I mean, that's what I mean. They don't need to go all in. I mean, especially if they're going to lose people, obviously they will.
Or better yet, if they make the popular ones more easier to get, and they feel more hardcore, you can go and get the more ones that are less popular.
I mean, I feel the popular ones are hard. I have not caught a Pikachu. I haven't even seen one. I haven't seen one.
I got one. Like, that was my starter.
Trade me. Oh, they're gonna add trading too, so that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, so moving on from that,
there was one concept that someone told me, like, with the whole Go thing. It was Fatal Frame Go.
Yeah, you're just
but
that's all you're doing.
Pokemon's like ghosts, but the thing is, like, you let the app have control over your phone, so they could randomly call you and scare you.
That's
and they would all like appear in your home, so you have to go out to avoid them.
That first night I played it was pretty creepy because like I had it in my room and like I woke up in the middle of the night and I was just like on my phone, like couldn't go back to sleep, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go check it, and there was like a fucking like Rattata in my room, and I'm just like, this is really creepy. Like you've been there.
He was just there the whole time watching.
Yeah, like you've been here. It is kind of weird.
Now, how much you want to bet the Yokai Watch dudes are just salty as fuck right now?
I mean, they're gonna have their own thing, I'm sure.
We had a whole thing about going out with your watch and like checking things.
I would say still that even though they're like very much the same kind of game, they have two huge different audiences and age gap. Like nobody our age is playing Yokai Watch I mean, maybe we know of it, like if you're in the video games and stuff, but we don't know the characters and stuff. Whereas my nephews and stuff, just like he had a birthday party, he got nothing but Jibanyan toys or whatever the fuck. Like that's all they care about. They don't really. I mean, he's like granted he's like 7, but. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I would think that they could do it eventually or whatever the fuck, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I had 4 days of Yokai Watch team playing at Japan Expo, like not far from my booth, so I don't have any kind of pity for them.
Wow. Well, I'll just hit on my week real quick, and then we'll just take a break. I want to give a shout out to 599. We've been trucking through Red Dead Redemption multiplayer on PS3. I know it's not the place to play it right now because it's like backwards compatible, Xbox One, 360. They get all these better frame rates and stuff. But he had it, and he was like, "Well, fuck it. Everyone's talking about it. I wanted to play it again." And I was like, "I bought it like digital down like for $5." So I was like, "I'll rev it up." So we got in, and we were like, we were just messing around. It's been like we've only played like 3 nights together for like a good 4 hours every night, and we're just like. Just running around. I missed it. Like, it's such a good game. So much to do. It's super comfy. However, on the PS3, the servers are really fucked. I don't know if it's because there's like a big influx of people trying to be like, oh, I want to play it. I don't need the 360 Xbox One version. I have it on PS3 or whatever. Yeah. But we like basically hit level 50 in multiplayer in one night because of a glitch. Like we walked into this Armadillo, the town, like one of the main towns, and everyone in the town is the same guy. And we're playing on a multiplayer server, right? Like he invited me or whatever. We just went to a random one. Everyone in the town is the same guy, and they're all laying on the floor, but they're alive and they're crawling, and they're like, no, don't shoot me. Like it's so weird. And we walk in, and then right away we get a wanted level of like max. Like it just keeps going up, and our screen's like vibrating, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And like then it just like it shows your level's just going up. And we're like, I guess we're going to hang out here to unlock all the skins because we like fucking, everything was like slow motion and we were getting everything.
Damn, that's like some creepypasta.
It was really
imagine
creepy.
Like in real life though, like going into a town,
it was
and
super
around
creepy.
And it's just all the same dude, but they're all just crawling on the ground saying, "Don't shoot me."
Yeah, it was really, and they're all wearing the same clothes, and it's just one dude all over the town. And then like eventually we hit like level 25, or we're just waiting there, getting fucking trophies and shit on PSN, and then like we unlocked Molotovs, and I was like, I'm gonna throw one, like maybe I'll fucking, I don't know, maybe I'll explode or stop this. And then they're on fire, like it was even creepier. They're on fire, like Terminator 2 shit, like they're on fire, burning, and they're like don't shoot me. And I'm like, he's just crawling around like on fire everywhere, like it's so scary. But it's been fun. Other than we like backed out and we're like, fuck it, like this is okay, crazy. So we like decided to actually just go private, like our own whatever.
This shit's getting too crazy for me, hombre.
It was just insane. But we started doing like the hunts and stuff, like do you remember? I don't know if you ever played it, but there's like these legendary animals you can find throughout the world. Like you have to, so we started doing those and stuff.
Sasquatch, I think.
Yeah, it's like, and then there's like the big bear and like a big like the king bear, whatever the fuck he comes out, Brahmas. I don't forget his name, but yeah, it's really fun. I've been doing that at night. Other than that, Pokemon Go, and then Prime Day sale just happened, so I picked up Ratchet and Clank PS4 because I've been wanting to get it. It went on sale for $19, so I was like, whatever, pull the trigger. It came in 2 days ago, and I've been playing the shit out of it. And man, that's a gorgeous game. Like
it's looking really good. Yeah.
It's great. It looks. I know that I heard that, and I was like, yeah, I saw some videos, and it looks great. But when you're actually doing it and like running around in the world, it's like, how do they do this? How do they pull it off? Like, It's really impressive. But it's just fun too, like, all the guns and stuff. That fucking disco gun or whatever the hell it's called. Other than that,
I
yeah,
like the
that's all.
pixel gun.
Yeah, the pixel gun's really cool too. That's about all I've been playing this week. Pokemon Go. So
we're gonna move on to.
Well, let's take a break here,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back with news and stuff. But yeah, we'll be right back. Hey, we're back. We had a little break there. What's going on? News. That's what we're going to talk about. Give us the news.
Two main news from my part, at least. First off, new Overwatch hero has been announced, revealed. Ana, the mother of Farah, who seems to be a sniper / support.
Yeah,
type
Farah's
of
mom.
character. Best granny, of course.
I keep calling her grandma, but yeah, she's just the mom.
Yeah, she's the mom, but
She's
she's a granny of the entire cast.
Yeah.
She gives the candy and everything.
Yeah.
That one old grandma candy.
Fan
How
art is
come there aren't
already
many
amazing.
older women in video games? Like, you see the old badass dude regularly enough.
Now there is. Yeah,
There's
that's
no
true.
grandmas.
Playing older people is something I generally want more in video games.
Yeah,
I think playing old dudes and old women is actually pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it is.
Old Pee-Pee Simulator.
Although,
Yeah,
man, she doesn't
like
feel
old
old when
badass
you're playing her.
Like, if you remember, like, them and Mad Max did this film, like, when they joined, like, the old grannies on motorbikes in the middle of the desert. They're fucking amazing.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or,
Don't they die?
I know,
No
like,
spoilers.
the whole Master Roshi, Old Man Kung Fu Master is a
Yeah,
total
exactly.
cliche, but, like, an old granny Kung Fu Master, why not that, Let's just have some fun with it, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so she looks pretty fun. She is a sniper, so at first I was a bit afraid because I think I've said in the previous podcast, I thought, having yet another sniper when we already have Hanzo and Widowmaker. But
Kind of annoying.
the thing that she is support as well, so she can heal, she can buff from a distance with her scope. And that's pretty damn cool because that will allow me to play sniper again without getting sandbagged on the hero choice.
Yeah.
Plus she has a bunch of utilities, like she can put people asleep.
Oh, God, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's
That
gonna be
knockout
fun.
move.
The one thing that she's definitely gonna be disadvantaged compared to Widowmaker, she doesn't seem to have as much mobility, even though the trailer shows her on top of like the
Yeah, I was like, how did she get up there?
like yeah, they show her that, but technically she can't.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the main drawback because Widowmaker's ability to do like most people forget about it, but it's amazing.
Her
as
hook.
a sniper, yeah,
Yeah.
the hook, the grappling hook.
Yeah.
So not having that is going to be interesting to play as a sniper. It's going to be much more vulnerable in general. Other than that, patch notes also had a bunch of buffs and changes. Zenyatta's getting buffed with more armor and faster traveling orbs.
That speed. Yeah.
Yeah, Diva is getting a significant change to her shield. As far as I understand, the shield recharges almost instantly as much as you get
It's when
it
you're
hits.
holding down, you're using it. When you let it go, you're not, basically. And it
Yeah.
used to be you trigger it and it's on, and then it has to recharge until
Yeah.
when it's done. But yeah, now it's like
So-
you can. It's like Reinhardt now. You can pop the
Yeah.
shield whenever you need it.
So that's really, but like
Yeah.
it's even mostly almost better than Reinhardt. If you played good, you can just cancel out
Yeah.
What
most
about
of the
nerfs?
damage.
Are there any, like, OP heroes who are getting nerfed?
Not this time around. I don't think there was many.
nope.
Everyone kind of got nerfed, or like if you look at it, like Roadhog got nerfed a lot in his ult, but it takes him or what his recharge went down like 45 or went up like 45%.
Well, not really because now the ult goes up with self heal.
Yeah.
So
now
like,
you're
it balances
self healing,
out.
so you get it faster, but it takes longer. It takes more to get it. It's
Yeah.
encouraging you, like him, to use that self heal, or to actually find the
which
med
is
packs
stupid
around the
because
map.
I was
and
already
stuff.
self-healing like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
man.
I mean, it's kind of pointless, but I don't know. Maybe they noticed people weren't using it.
But yeah, Diva buffs is actually pretty. I'm actually pretty interested because I really like Diva and was happy to play being a multiplayer more in competitive. Speaking also of which, competitive is not going to have any more double heroes.
Yes,
so
they took
get ready to fight for the hero you want to play.
no stacking.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it. I never decide. I never was like, I want to be that. Please let me be that. I always have. I have at least 3 characters that I can be like, well, I'll do this role then. You know.
Yeah.
So
that's Overwatch. I don't know when it's gonna get hit. Maybe next week or.
Well, have you played with? Have you
and
used
now is
Donna
this
at
character free?
Yes, if you buy, I mean, all updates will be free. There's no like DLC
all
like
new
that.
characters will be completely free.
Have you used Donna at all? A hoot? Have you downloaded
No.
the public test ROM? No.
No, I haven't done the PTR. I'm just waiting for it to hit the normal servers.
So I didn't like her ult at first because I felt like.
What is her ult?
Her ult is basically you can charge someone up and their ult or their for that duration. I forgot what it's called, like biotic
is
thing.
it nano boost?
Yeah, the nano boost. Yeah, it basically just gives someone else a bunch of power. So it's a huge boost to someone else. But
okay.
I feel like they created her specifically for competitive mode because everything she has. Well, I guess the sleep thing is like a Mei wall, like it's a troll thing. But everything she has, like especially her ult, is 100 times better if you are working with at least one more person. Because if someone ults and you know they're ulting and you hit them with that, and your ult's ready, you hit them with that, and like you stack that, it's like impossible to beat. Like I've seen videos of her. Like buffing a Genji and just team wipes, because no one can stop him already. His ult is crazy, like fast and stuff, but strong. But with that nano boost thing, it's like blown out the water, So I feel like they specifically designed her for that reason, which is good.
I get a distinct feeling that she's gonna get nerfed very soon after she gets released.
Probably. I'm glad she doesn't have the mobility, honestly, because I feel like that would just make her impossible. Like it would be crazy to stop. But it's really cool too that you don't have to switch, kind of like how Lucio's healing is like it's like healing or speed, and you have to physically switch it. With her, it's like damage or heal, but it's like it automatically knows if you're shooting a bad guy, it hurts him. You're shooting a friend, it heals him. Like that's cool too. You don't have to like turn it on and off. But yeah, I've been having some fun with that, but I haven't played Overwatch this week. So other than trying her out that first day she was released.
Yeah. But I've been kind of calm on Overwatch for a few days. Like I'm waiting for the ET update to hit.
Yeah.
Competitive has been kind of like okay, but
hit or miss, man.
Yeah, it's really hit or miss. Still seems to be a lot of problems with ranking and how it distributes players around. It's not quite there yet. In other news, Nintendo releases a miniature NES with 30 built-in games.
The mini NES coming out later this year? Or is it next year?
November.
Oh, November. Okay.
It's November this year, and to my utter confusement, right.
Like, are there still people who don't know that ROMs exist?
So yes,
or
like the answer is definitively yes. Like it's gonna do well. I think I really truly do believe in the circles that we run in and like the Twitter and stuff that we know and because we all have computers, it's like I don't need to buy this. Like it's cheap enough. Maybe $60 is not that bad. For the game, I think there's some really cool games on it. I think they're missing a bunch of.
Good. They picked a good assortment of games.
They picked a lot of good. I mean, it has fucking Bubble Bobble. There's a lot of good games on it, but there's a lot of games that are like missing that I think like, ooh, that would have been great to have. Why didn't you put that on there? But then I'm thinking like, this is gonna do great because even now you can go to like a dollar store and they have those fucking $60 like 20 or 400 random games that aren't even none of them are fucking good, but they still sell. So I think that this being legit is gonna do great. But it really bums me out that there's also news about, and I don't know if you were going to mention this, that there's not going to be any more games for this. Like, there's not going to be downloadable content. They're not going to release more. This is it. Like, you buy this, you get these games.
You get the box.
You're done.
You get that box for.
Well, see, that's the appeal of it, though. It's for people who don't know, who wouldn't even know how to download games if there were extra ones.
Like, okay, let me just say this. Let me say this. My dad had a birthday in March, and for his birthday, I got him. bought him some other stuff, but my main gift, he had been talking about wanting to go back and play Mega Man 2. Like, he played a bunch of Mega Man when I was a kid, right?
Oh, cool.
And he had stopped playing it. I have our Nintendo or whatever, but he like gave up on gaming, I guess, or whatever. But so I bought him like a controller for his laptop, like, the USB one, like an old Nintendo controller fits, and I downloaded him a bunch of games, right? Like, just I made him, an emulator basically folder that he could launch and have all the games and stuff. If I would have known about this, I probably would have got him this instead, because of all those games that I downloaded and spent all that time. He's like, I launched Mega Man and I play it, but like I got him a bunch of other stuff, old Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games, fucking Snake, Rattle, and Roll and shit. He doesn't go back and play them. He'd probably love all these games. He played Ghosts and Goblins, he played Mega Man 2, he played, Mario.
Right.
I don't think he ever played Zelda, but this would be, good for him, introduction, and he could just plug it into the TV and go from there. So I think it's going to do well with people.
Well,
I think it'll definitely do well. It's just, there's no point for me personally.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the thing is, a mini NES, not that interested. Although, if you do the same for a mini SNES,
oh man, that'd be because there's so much more. I think there's a better library of like things that these are great classics, but those games transfer over well now.
I don't think anyone will argue with you that the SNES has a better library than the NES.
So I mean, the replayability of the Super NES games, because they were closer, I think the good ones, anyways, closer to us now. It carries over better. Like, there's not as many weird things about it. I still don't know
if I would buy, a SNES box kind of thing, just because I know emulators exist.
Exactly,
it would be more appealing, for sure.
Yeah.
And then if you did an N64 box, I would definitely get that. I definitely would.
Yeah. Well, of course, the more up you go, the more it's appealing.
Exactly.
But for me, the SNES is that nice sweet spot between retro while still getting something affordable. Like, of course, emulation exists, and without doubt, like, it would be easier to just all emulate this. But for me, this kind of box is really for the couch experience, like put it on TV.
Oh yeah, it's a console,
like
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a console.
Yeah,
right.
But the thing is, NES, I've played most of these games so many times. There's some good ones, of course, Bubble, etc. But all of these played so many times on emulators, so many times on virtual consoles. But SNES, suddenly, I would be much, much more willing to even fork more. Like, I think the mini NES is like $60.
It's 60, yeah.
Yeah, I would fork pretty much 80 to maybe 100 for like a good equivalent of like a mini SNES.
Well, okay, so there's like 30 on there, right?
Yeah, it's 30 games.
Okay, well, so what would be like? Just give me like 5, of like ones you would absolutely want on a
Earthbound
mini SNES.
On the mini SNES, yeah. Probably Secret of Mana, Bomberman.
Oh, Bomberman.
FF6. Probably a few. Like, there's a bunch of multiplayer games I would probably add into this, like Super Tennis or something like that.
Earthbound, Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, Mega Man X. Holy shit. Please.
Yeah, Mega Man X for sure.
And you can emulate these too, but you're right.
Super Mario RPG.
They were like just... There's more expansive games. You could have, Final Fantasy VI. You could have, some shit on there. It'd be Mortal Kombat.
But mostly because of the size. Like, this is because looking at the mini NES, it's really, really small. You can put it into the palm of your hands.
It's that small?
Yeah, it's real small.
Yeah, It's super small. So that's kind of also one of the good thing about it. It's like, you want to go somewhere, you don't want, but you're
going to want to play games when you're there in your downtime. Yeah, you take it. Fits in your luggage.
If you need to go to a hotel, something like
that.
Oh
yeah, you just plug it with the TV there. I could see it.
Yeah.
It's super. I think it's gonna do great. I mean, obviously, it generated a bunch of buzz.
Yeah. I don't know if great.
Well, it's not gonna outsell the original Nintendo or whatever the fuck, but it's gonna do good, especially coming out right before holiday season. Like, people are gonna buy this.
It's the only thing Nintendo has for this holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
Season,
and you know what? I think that's why they did it, because they're like, fuck. Okay, what's nostalgia is all we can do.
Nothing else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, imagine all the people that are like, oh, my sister's boyfriend is like a gamer. I'm gonna get him this because I think he likes games.
Actually,
it's a Christmas gift
for like little kids.
Yeah, and also to get them back into that.
Properly what actual games are instead of their Angry Birds.
And maybe that's where this is the genius of it. Is it's like I've said before on a podcast where it's like, remember last time you were here, Hoot, on the podcast, you said that Nintendo announced that they're gonna try to capture the younger audience that they lost. And I was like, you're not gonna fucking do that because they don't know Mario. Like, I mean, they know him, they've heard of him. Obviously, he's popular, but he's no Minecraft to these kids. Like, he's no Minecraft to this generation. Like, you know. Yeah. And maybe this is like you put that thing. Someone buys this. A dad buys this for his kids or for himself. Puts it on the TV in the living room, and then the kids are suddenly playing these things, and they follow Mario. You know, this has Mario, Super Mario 2 and 3. Like, you know, boom. You get them back into, you know, now they want Smash.
Like, a dad walks into, like, at Christmas and sees, like, 30 games in one box.
Yeah. My kids will like this. I'll like this.
My kid busy while I drink alcohol to forget my trouble.
Boom. Exactly.
Boom. You got some more Nintendo drones.
Also, it'll piss off my kids because Ghosts and Goblins is in there, and there's no way they're going to beat that fucking game.
But yeah, actually, the more I look about this, like, even though I know about emulation, the more I actually kind of like this idea. I don't know, warming up to it.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I won't buy it. I'm telling you right now. Sorry, Nintendo. Sorry, Reggie, if you're listening. I'm not going to buy your box. You know, I don't need it.
Stopping the podcast right now.
I know, right? Fuck this, deleting it from his iPhone. I'm not going to buy.
Kill you, fam.
Please no. I'm not going to buy your box, but it's a good idea. I do agree with it. I think it's smart.
I wonder though what this will do, if anything, to Virtual Console.
Well, I wish you could have plugged it in to like your Wii U or connect to the internet and link your account, and you can buy games from the Virtual Console and download them into this thing and play them on your TV in another room. That's all that this needed to do to like sell me. Really, that would have been fucking cool. But I guess they went in order to make it $60 for Christmas. I think they had to cut that. So I mean, it makes sense still, but yeah. I can see it not appealing to people like us, really.
Yeah, but we're not the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
We're the hardcore gamer.
Yeah, we're the ones that are going to buy the NX.
Now we're going to play 100% orange juice.
The second one. What's the second one called? 200%?
It's just is it?
It's a spin-off.
Isn't it just an RPG, though? Like, it's not a card game?
I think it's a weird mix. I don't know, I just know Very doesn't like it.
Oh yeah,
it
changed up its thing. Okay, so what else we got?
The last DLC for Battlefront, the Star Wars game, will probably be linked to Rogue One. And suddenly, Rogue One doesn't seem to have a lot. This is something that's actually quite old. And I've always kind of wanted to point out in a podcast, but I always forgot about it. But Rogue One, the next Star Wars movie, seems to need to have a lot of stuff reshoot or reshot. I remember seeing like more than half of the movie needs to be reshot.
Whoa!
Because apparently Disney is not very happy with how it looks.
Well, here's the thing, like, movies, a lot of movies do have reshoots. Like, you know, they do that. Like, Suicide Squad had one. Yeah, more than half is kind of telling, but also it's like...
But reshoots, why? Just because the quality...
Well, they won't say, they're not going to say...
Because...
Yeah, they didn't say in detail.
They're not going to tell you why. It's like, some executive looked at this and they're like, this isn't the direction we really wanted to go at these parts, so let's get everyone back together and try to fix it.
Is it just a question of quality, or is it a question of, like, you know, hey, you know, like, this actor is really popular now, and he was a bit character. Can we reshoot the movie to put him in more of the movie?
Very well could be that.
You know, because I know that happens sometimes.
It could be. What I'm afraid it is that it's like, this is a little too much, like, too adult. We need to make it more, like, family-friendly kind of thing to reach a wider audience. That would scare me, but we'll never know. Like, that's what sucks. It's like,
there's kind of two ways you can go about it. Either, like, it's Disney being, like generic Disney. It's like, oh yeah, this is too
add a
off
princess
charts and we need to change it, and like, add princess, add heroes, add stuff. Or it's actually Disney stepping in because maybe the thing is a disaster, because the guy went way too much off script or like off board, and it's like, oh wait, this is a huge mess.
Maybe they're trying
the director for Rogue One is someone who...
It's not J.J. Abrams, right?
No, it's not. It's not Abrams for this
somebody
one.
Else.
Yeah, it's somebody else, but it's director Gareth Edwards, and he's known to be doing stuff that are kind of unorthodox for movies.
Yeah.
So it can go really both ways on why they asking for so many reshoots.
They got to rein in the universe.
Half the reason I'm excited for it is because Donnie Yen is in it, and he's pretty much the fucking man. He's like Jet Li, except less talkative.
He's already a Jedi. You just need to put him in costume.
I'm still looking forward to the movie. I'm not sure what they're changing. Obviously, we'll never know. But I hope that they have their heads on straight and are like, well, we did good with Star Wars being like this, which I like The Force Awakens, so maybe they're like, let's make it a little more like this, like, maybe not so crazy, outlandish, weird kind of. But who knows?
I think they have a very solid groundwork with Force Awakens, so my ideal future would be now they build up and start mixing up the formula rather than just playing it safe, especially with these in-between movies, which are not really pertaining to the main episode 7, 8, and 9.
Just put Jar Jar Binks in it.
That's what the reshoots are. Someone said more Jar Jar.
Do you know what? There has to be one movie when they're going to have a Gungan again.
Yeah,
it has to be one. They're not.
At least
they're not going to resist.
Or
either
at least
a joke or something like that, or completely dead serious. But I'm pretty sure like they're waiting for the opportunity to just troll the entire audience by having one Gungan.
Or what if it's like a Gungan skull, just like sitting in the background somewhere, and then like, the lore will be that that's Jar Jar Binks' skull? Because of course, every item in Star Wars has its own lore behind it. So,
was it just like there's a huge laser fight, and once someone shoots someone, it just happens to shoot a Gungan in the middle of like the only Gungan in the entire fight?
Yeah,
and it sounds like Jar Jar in a way.
Oh yeah, he does like the
That was a spot-on impression, man.
I thought he was talking about 599 right here.
Oh shit!
Oh man. Well, so the game is getting
another
the DLC
podcast,
then
another
from
sandbag.
that. What is the DLC like? Death Star stuff?
Guessing so. Like, since I don't know anything about Rogue One, I don't know much about the DLC. But yeah, Death Star stuff is teased.
Aren't they doing a sequel to that though as well?
So I've heard that Battlefront 2, the sequelizing is coming, although no official announcement yet. Okay, now Battlefront's out. We're just gonna pump content into it for maybe 3 years.
That's what I expected. That's sort of like the model that almost every multiplayer game certainly is shifting towards. You know? It's like we don't make people buy a whole new game. We're just going to keep on putting out content for the disc they already own.
Like what?
That's why it was weird.
You're going to release another
you...
Battlefront that's bare bones and just start releasing DLC all over again?
Yeah,
next
exactly.
Year?
It's weird.
So yeah, I'm hoping they don't do it, but knowing it's EA, they're not going to resist.
I think EA just makes games to make. Well, most companies nowadays just makes games to bank. They don't make games because they want to.
Yeah.
That's how it pretty much is nowadays. But back in way back, people were making games because they wanted to.
Well, that's where we live in.
It's a tough time.
Yeah.
We got any more news?
No Man. Did you guys talk about No Man's Sky last?
We mentioned in passing that it went gold.
Mentioned it,
I think we all decided that. Wow, thanks for listening to the podcast. I think we all decided we're gonna get it on PS4. I think at least me and a couple.
That's where I would get it.
Yeah, I thought about PC, but I'm like, if I really want it later, I'm sure it'll be on sale. And if I want to play it now, and I don't have anything for my PS4. Well, now I'm playing Ratchet and Clank and stuff. But yeah, I just decided, PS4 will probably be the place where I get it.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to that one. I know that a lot of people have decided that it's Spore 2.0. That's kind of like the narrative that people are pushing, but I don't have super high expectations. I'm just expecting a comfy little space exploration game, and I'm confident it'll be at least that. So
I think it's good.
That's really all I want, to be honest. I'm glad that there's going to be. I've seen more stuff in there, like the exploration, the fighting, and all that stuff. But I really just want to, fly in space and be alone.
Yeah.
I really do like that, and I know a
That's-
lot of people complain about that, but that's what I want. Like, put on music and just fucking fly and land on planets and shit. Like, I'd love that.
Like I honestly, I can't think of any other game that lets you like get into your spaceship, fly out of the atmosphere, fly across, fly down through another atmosphere, land on the planet. Like no interruptions, no warp, no.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, you've got
whatever.
games like Elite Dangerous or whatever, but
That's
I know
what I
that there's knowing that there's this back part of it that's like all charts and stats and graphs and like things you need to know and inventories and all that stuff for your ship, and I'm like that's so heady that it's like I don't even want to dive into it. But this, if it's just so like clean cut, here it is, it's nice, it's fun, it's comfy, it's great. I love the music so far, 365 days of static or whatever. I love all of that. So it's really playing up to what I want it to be. I just hope that it all comes together in this like great way and not this like weird kind of awkward way, which I mean I'll wait for like reviews and stuff too, but I'm still excited about it.
Well, I remember what a friend of mine said when it was very first announced, and people didn't know a whole lot about it at that point. And he came out and he said, well, either these guys are liars or they're prophets.
Yeah, that's really true.
I guess.
And it's funny because there's not how you said, like, even back then when we didn't know a lot about it, we still really don't. Like, we're kind of flying and landing and doing stuff, but that's it. Like, there isn't much.
You boot it up, it's
that
gonna
we
be,
know. Yeah.
It's gonna be like 50 gigabytes of dolphin porn. That's it.
Oh God, that's funny. That's exactly what you said.
Yeah, that's a good purchase for me.
Hey, no, it's funny that you mentioned that. It can't be because the game is actually only 6 gigs.
Only 6 gigs.
Yeah,
exactly.
They said because it's not like the graphics; it's all just like the systems, like that generate this. That's on there, so you don't really need any of that stuff. So
this game has no graphics.
Yeah, it's no graphics in it. It's all just the coding or whatever. So that's
which
cool.
is actually really cool. If you listen to them like talk about how they did it, that stuff is cool. They got some smart,
super impressive, and I only wish the best for them.
Doing it.
Someone said you're going to get into the center of the universe, and it's like Joe Danger. What's it?
Joe Danger.
Their old game. Anyways, so then let's go to the compendium. Right here.
So,
compendium.
Recently, Nintendo has asked a important question in the last Splatoon Splatfest.
Oh,
and
God.
That question is Callie or Mary?
Before we all decide over who's best girl or squid in this game, I want to say this is Splatoon's last Splatfest, right?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So I don't know how many they've had, but I feel like it's been going on for a while. Maybe it's been a year, right? That they've been doing this?
A year and a half, I think.
Let's see. When did Splatoon came out? I want to say last May?
Yeah, it was right before summer.
Yeah, so it's been a little over a year now. And they've had them pretty regularly,
Yeah, and they've had a shit ton of gun update, like what do you call it? Like updates for guns and new weapons and skins and stuff, items. So that's cool. I mean, I'm glad they did it. Splatoon was really fun. I stopped playing it though, as I did with all my Wii U games. But it was I was really into it when I first got it.
Yeah, I was really into it when it came out. I stopped playing, but I got back into it. I want to say this spring for some reason. I just kind of found it again. And so, after sitting through like all of the updates to download and stuff, and it's still fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing this weekend, probably one last time, and hopefully we'll get a Splatoon.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, the name.
How I said the number 2
nice.
Of it there. You could tell
by
my voice.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's a great summer game, I think, too. They released it at a good time. Now's a good time to jump back into it too. So for the question, so people that don't know, Callie is the black-haired, longer-haired pink one.
Black and purple.
Purple. Yeah, purple, whatever. And Marie is the white-haired green one.
Yep.
So who wants to go first?
Well,
opinions.
I'll say that
time to
it's
judge
gotta
you.
Be,
whatever you say, this might be the end of the podcast.
We might stop talking to you if you pick wrong. So whoever wants to go first.
I'm gonna say it's got to be Callie because
fuck, get the fuck out!
Is too much of a
flip my table
and doesn't know how to have fun.
It's gonna be like that meme or that GIF where they shoot the phone and it goes on the other end.
Whoa! We need to back this up. It's not GIF. It's GIF. GIF implies that the word starts with a J, not a G, and it starts with a G. So it's GIF. Okay, anyway, so who do you pick?
I'm back.
What, did you die? Oh, you... He flipped his whole table and threw around and everything.
I've had enough.
So Poon says Cali. Chili?
The purple one.
Cali. We got 2 for Cali. Who?
Oh, no, I'm
And
married.
the reason being because Mary looks like she's just bored as shit all the time.
I think I know what's gonna happen here. Who do you say?
Yeah, Mary, because
Yeah,
she
we're
looks
gonna
like
have-
me when I record the podcast.
We're gonna have a perfect split. I also pick Mary. So we're even 50-50.
So,
Cali v. Mary.
We'll have to settle it.
great-
In the Splatfest then.
The great debate. They can
I love
never
how this
decide.
was like as soon as like the whole Splatfest was announced, everyone always joked that this would have to be the last one,
Yeah,
and it
this
is
is
like
definitive.
it's actually so perfect.
That's funny.
Nintendo's really
Great.
handled the game well.
They never did Mountain Dew and Doritos.
The other good one.
That's true.
No, that's true. The other good one they had was Pokemon Red and Blue. That was a great one.
oh boy.
Well,
But
and of
anyway,
course, the
we can't
infamous
add-
Cats
we
versus
can't-
Dogs, the first one that got
Oh yeah, that's
everybody
true. That's
butthurt.
true.
We can't decently end this on a tie, so for our listeners out there, welcome to the big dub fest.
We're gonna add
where
up
you're
all
gonna
your. I'll make a
vote.
straw
Send,
poll
please, your emails
Yeah.
at please Reddish. What's the address?
at comfycast@gmail.com. And speaking of email, or you can always also tweet us.
And
We're just at
Please
Comfycast.
vote for either Team Poon or Team Reddish.
Team
Yeah,
Poon or
that's
Team
right.
Reddish? Oh, why you gotta put me? Oh, that's right. Okay, fine. I was like, why
Or
can't you
Team
put
Hoots.
Chili? But no, they picked the same.
Say for who's right, Reddish and Hoots or Poon and Chili.
Team Reddish Hoot or Team Poon? No, Team Chilldonkus.
Chilly
Team Chilldonkus.
Or Poon Peppers.
Poon Pepper.
Poon Peppers just sounds weird. No. Speaking of emails, I just checked the email, and guess what, guys?
What?
2 in a row. We've got an email.
Was it Swift telling you?
I put out the call on Twitter. I put out the call on Twitter, and I'm not going to it's anonymous for anyone who wants to write me an email or write us an email or tweet at us or whatever. I will never say your name unless you give me a cool name to say for you. But they actually have 3 questions.
Oh boy.
Or 2 questions and a request. So I'm going to read these. I'm going to read this, and we'll decide what we want to
Well, it's
answer.
more
or
of
not.
an insult than a request. But
Or
okay.
actually, do you guys want to come up with a fake name for this person?
This person is let's call him Smash Ketchum. That's the best game tag
Smash
I've seen on
Ketchum.
this weekend.
Smash
Some guy
Ketchum.
playing called Smash Ketchum.
It's
Smash
pedo
Ketchum.
bread. It's pedo bread.
Smash Ketchum writes. What do you call it? Oh my god, I shouldn't have even said this. He says, "Hi, I have questions." Okay, there you go. That's the header. That's what I'm looking for. What is your favorite console project name compared to their official release name? Example, Revolution and Wii. So I will say that I like the project name Scorpio. I do like it. Other than that, I remember that the PS4 was called... Wasn't it?
The Orbis?
Orbis? Was it Orbis?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I don't like that one. I should have looked these up. Does anybody else have one? That they know
I
off the top of their head?
Project Dolphin was the GameCube.
Mm-hmm. I remember
that's
that,
right.
But I
That's
remember the
actually a good one.
N64 was going to be called the Ultra 64,
Wow.
and that was the coolest thing because Ultra is better than Super.
Of course,
and that
of
was
course.
like the
Looking
first
at this
time
hierarchy.
that I was, I guess, aware of a console before it came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because back
before
then it
then,
was
like,
like,
I-
oh, this is out.
Didn't know how to get news. I just knew about things when they happened. So, but I was getting Nintendo Power, and they're talking about the Ultra 64, and I was hyped beyond belief for that motherfucker.
Man.
I have one.
Mhm.
It's the code name for the Saturn, and it was called the Katana.
Oh, that's a good name.
That's
That's a good
teleports
name.
behind you.
Nothing.
I'll tell you what I never liked was the Project Cafe.
Oh
for
yeah,
fucking
Oh,
Wii U.
fuck
That's
that
the
name,
worst
yeah.
one. That's a stupid name. It's a
the
stupid
name
name.
barely got better with release though.
That's true, but yeah, they could have named it Project Cafe or just the Nintendo Cafe, and I would have liked that a lot more than Wii U.
Somebody was pissed and they slammed their fist on their keyboard and we came out.
Oh, it's I'm a dummy. I don't know if the Katana is for the Saturn or the Dreamcast, actually.
Oh okay. Well,
Oh, I didn't even know Dreamcast had a code name because nobody cared about it when it was before it was coming out.
Oh,
I love the
Dreamcast so
Dreamcast,
good.
but before it, it's like, why do you even have a code name? Nobody's looking at you to make a console Sega. Anyways, so those are our favorites and our least favorites. And wait, Chili, did you say yours? Oh, you said Dolphin, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, second question from Smash Ketchum is, would you rather be Trickster-style Dante or Virgil? Devil May Cry 3 for both.
Fuck.
I'm gonna say Virgil.
I'll be the shitter and say I've never played those games, so I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna say
we
Virgil
need to get
right
on
out.
that. That's some of the PS2 stuff that you should be. Well, I guess
Yeah.
actually the best versions aren't on PS2. No, I will say I like Dante more than Virgil, but
Trickster
I always
style?
liked Royal Guard better than Trickster. So
Okay.
I don't know. It's actually a tough choice then for me.
Yeah, it would be Virgil on that one.
Yeah,
More than
Virgil.
Trickster style.
It's got to be Virgil for sure. The last thing is a request that they just wrote. Can you give my dog a shout out? I guess that's what it means. S/O. Is that shout out?
That's suck off.
Oh,
What?
I mean, no,
Oh.
shut up. Yeah.
For your
Okay.
request for your dog, suck off. Please send your mails at.
if you're asking me to suck off your dog, hit me up in the DMs on Twitter, not here, fam. Come on. Yeah,
Anyway,
shout out
to Smash Ketchum's dog.
to Pikachu. I don't know, what would you name? What would Smash Ketchum's dog be named? Should have given me their name, guy.
Growlithe, maybe?
What's
Doggo.
the dog Pokemon?
Poochyena?
Was that the first one?
Yeah, the worst one. Houndoom.
Oh yeah, Houndoom, a much better dog.
Shout out to Houndoom.
Dog.
And that's our email. So please, if you're listening, we guarantee you will put aside a time to read your email, well, no
But
matter
yes,
what
remember
it
to
is.
vote for your team.
Vote for your team. Callie
Save his
Marie.
rights.
Reddish Hoot choose Marie, and Poon Chili choose Callie. So let us know who you think is better. And yeah, send any other questions, anything you want us to answer to comfycast at gmail.com or tweet it at us at comfycast on Twitter. And come by the Dub Track room, guys. Just go to dubtrack.fm, search Comfy Video Games, and we're always in there playing comfy video game music. You can go ahead and take a turn and let us know what your favorite comfy song is by playing it there. Thanks for joining us, guys. This is going to wrap up this episode 15, so if you guys want to say bye, take turns.
I will hopefully be back at some other point. Not really a regular guest, but I always have fun, so I'll see you later.
Episode 30, we'll have you back. No, I'm just playing. Chili.
Goodbye. See you with Poon again. Stay comfy.
Hoot.
Goodbye, stay comfy, and stay aware when playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah, look both ways before crossing a street or catching
It
anything.
almost happened to me today. I almost got hit by
Oh
a
my
car.
god, you're going to be part of
Fell out
the
of the
stories.
This is how Hoot died. I tried
Catching
to
a
catch a
Pidgey.
Hoot.
On
Oh,
his
if only.
tombstone.
If it was a hoot, I would have thrown myself in front of a car just to get it.
That's what they need to add. They need to add the owl.
For sure.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, stay comfy. See you later.